I should see a file. I do. All right. How are you doing today, sir?
All right. Yeah. All right. A lot of driving.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So where are we?
Um.
And I just pressed the wrong button. So we finished up doing doing the Xamarin app, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Where did you do anything else, or that was the end of it too, for you?
I haven't. I haven't been able to do anything else.
Okay. So let's open up the project and let's take a look.
Okay.
And
Will
let's
do.
see if we can make the thing talk to our service.
Yeah, for sure. Let me go ahead and share my screen.
Okay. So if you need to review anything that we talked about, you saw that I put a recording there. So
I did.
okay.
Okay.
And I think the audio on this last recording was better than the one before.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because the one before I had two mics listening to it, so my voice is kind of like echoey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Okay, so that is the code for the phone itself. So what I need you to do you see the output screen on the bottom there?
Yes.
Do you see that there's a little pin to the top right of that screen window?
Up here.
Yeah, click on that. That will hide. There we go, so we can see more code. And also on the right where you have the Solution Explorer, if you get in between the text editor and the Solution Explorer itself, there's like the line in between the two that divides them more to the left, in between those two screens.
So right here.
No, the actual line that divides the Solution Explorer with your code.
Oh, right here. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Let's put it more to the right so we can see more of the code and less of the Solution Explorer. A little bit more. More. There we go. That's good. Okay, so we want to see more code. All right. And by the way, so on my setup, what I have is multi-monitors. And what I normally do, actually, I think is better to show than to talk
CJ.
about it. And of course, I can't share my screen because then this doesn't translate really well. But let me just open one of these. So if I pick up this camera, and hopefully I'm not gonna drop everything. Okay. So what I get is I get the big text editor there. So this is just the text editor, nothing else. And then I get Solution Explorer and all the other tools here.
Nice.
So when you have multi-monitor, that's what he allows. And then what I have is even more monitors that I can actually put, so for example, the application running here, code here, and then Solution Explorer and all the tools there.
Awesome.
And then sometimes on the top here, I will have the browser, the browser tool that you press F12 on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll get that up there. So this way you can have everything up and running and look at everything at once without having to do
Sweet.
Alt Tab and switch. Okay.
Okay.
So looking at this, what do we see here? So we are trying to figure out how to modify that screen, right?
Yeah.
And what that screen says right when it launches, it says "Hello World." So let's look for scroll down and try to see if we can see "Hello World" here somewhere. Keep scrolling down. I don't see anywhere in there, do you?
No, but there's some place where I've looked at the code before. There's some place where it gets like I don't know, like I don't know how to explain it. Kind of like a template. It just
Okay.
auto generates something.
Okay. So let's expand that resources folder.
Okay.
Okay, that problem. Expand menu.
Menu.
Double click in the top one. Activity main drawer. Okay, so that's how he's drawing those. Okay, so that's basically a configuration file that is telling you what the menu is going to display. So it tells you what the ID is, the icon, and the title. Okay, so as we know, there's no such thing as magic in computer science.
Right.
So in there, I'm not seeing anything that is actually saying, here's where I go when you click on this. It has an ID, so what I'm thinking is that ID is the one that is driving it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. All right. Well, I'm driving blind here because actually I never written a Xamarin app.
Right.
But we're going to learn together. So if you
There we go.
expand layout,
Layout.
yeah, and do the activity main. That might give us a clue on what's going on. Oh,
Okay.
there we go. That's probably where Hello World is coming from.
What's happening?
I think it's trying to draw whatever is on the right. Yep, it is. Okay, so that's how this thing works. Interesting.
Awesome.
Okay, so that's how he's driving that screen. Okay, so seeing there is calling the ID. Where is it? Yeah, see layout nav header main on, I don't know what line number that is, but it's closer to the bottom where it says header layout.
Right here?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I see.
So nav header. So do you see that file is there?
I'm sorry?
See that on the right, the file exists on the right on the Solution Explorer.
Yeah.
Yeah, double click on that.
Whoa. Oh, shoot.
Okay, so that's what it's doing. Okay, so that's how this thing is built. Is all these XML files that draws the screen. So what I'm thinking is there is probably one in here that is for that main menu or that main screen. Go to that activity main, the first one.
Okay.
But this is for the menu. Where is the actual main thing? Scroll down a little bit on the Solution Explorer. Open values. No. Okay. It did say hello world on that screen, right? When we ran it?
I believe so.
Well, let's run it again. So open that, just click on that play on the Pixel 5. Yep. Interesting. Whenever I'm learning something, I tend to get thirsty. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay, give it a second. Okay, yes, does say.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so what we're going to do is go back to the code, leave this open.
Okay.
Wait, it stays on top all the time?
I mean,
Okay,
I can
yeah, so do Control Shift F, as in Frank.
shift F.
Yep, okay. Look for hello world, and then exclamation point. Yep, and do find all. Oh, there it is, content main. That's where it was. See on the bottom there, so scroll down a little bit. Yeah, double click
Yep.
on that. Okay, so that's the, oh, that is the screen. Okay, let's see where it is on the Solution Explorer. So if you expand Solution Explorer on the right,
Yep.
just click on it.
Layout.
Okay, so it's under layout is content main. Okay, so one of the things that always helps me understand an application is how it flows. Okay, so something on this system is calling this. So what I want you to do is do that same trick, Control Shift F, and type in content underscore main, a lowercase, just like it is the file name there on the right. Yeah, no extension. Yeah, just find all. Then there's just one, and it's under resources. So double click on that guy.
This one.
Oh, great, it's a code. Do this, right click on that content main.
This one.
Yep, And there is a find all references. Do you see it? Yeah, that one. Okay, expand that symbol without a reference. Oh. Do another. Look at the. See, there is still a find content main on your tabs there, down there on the bottom right.
Yeah.
Okay, click on that. How many instances did it find? Just one? Or there's another one? No, there's another one there. Yeah, that one. Yeah, double click on that one. Okay. And where is that in Solution Explorer?
At bar.
Okay, so that is the well, for what is understand. It's the main part. Okay. So this thing is building and is adding components to it. But who is the main guy? And I think it's activity main, and I bet app bar main is there. So double click on that activity main.
Okay.
And there it is, app bar main. So okay, so activity main seems to be the first one to launch, and then it launches app bar.
Oh,
see, yeah, right there.
Yeah, I see.
And then that launches the other one. So what you have is like all these different modules that are getting added as it keeps going down the line. Okay. So we need to figure out now who calls this. And I bet it's that CS file. So if you open Solution Explorer and you scroll all the way to the bottom, see that main activity there? Yeah, double click on that. And I bet there's an activity main here somewhere. Do a search again. And look for activity main. It was activity main, yeah. To find out. Yeah, and it is here. Where exactly? Yeah, double click on that guy. Okay, so there it is. Okay. See where right on the beginning, on line 19, it says on create?
Yes.
Okay. Notice that there is a word say override there?
Yeah.
Do you know what that is?
Okay, I've had a lot of difficulty trying to nail that. But that basically, it's this, it's where static or
yeah, static is different.
Static would go. Yeah,
yes.
But they're both in the same.
But you can't have. Yeah, you can't. If something is override, you cannot do static, and vice versa. You can only do one or the other. So what override means is, do you see on the line 17 where it declares a class? Okay. Do you know what that word after the colon is? What does the colon means here? What are those three words after? Those two. Well, what does the colon means on an app, on a class declaration?
Well, it means that it's inheriting these two classes, right?
Yes. Can you inherit two classes in C#?
I mean, it looks like it.
Does it? Look closely. Is that a class? Is app compatibility activity a class?
It says it's a.
It is a class. Yeah, it's saying it's a class, right? Now hover over the other one.
It's a class as well.
Is it?
Oh, it's an interface?
Yes, it's an interface. Do you know what an interface is?
Kind of like an API, is that right?
Kind of. So, okay, so in C#, that's one of the, if you ever get in an interview, they will ask you this, is how many classes can you inherit in C#? The answer is 1. You can never inherit more than one class. Java is different. Java, you can inherit as many as you want. But in C#, you can only inherit one class at a time. However, you can add as many interfaces as you want. Wow, okay, wait. All right.
Okay.
So an interface is just a set of rules.
Okay.
It does not have any code. Okay. So if you click on that interface and press F12 on it, or I think you can right click. You can right click and say go to definition. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Now you could. Okay. So notice what that interface is. It just says public interface, and there is just this on navigation item select, but notice there's no code. It's just semicolon right after it on the line in 27. Okay. So what this thing is telling you is, if you use me, you have to implement a class that, I mean, a method that is called this.
Okay.
Okay, so it's just telling you think of it
Oh,
as an interface is just a set of rules that you have to obey.
I
Because
do remember
sometimes you're
that.
sending
Yeah,
this
when I
thing.
was learning,
I'm sorry.
I do remember that when I was learning C sharp.
Yeah.
There was something like that. I'll remember now.
Okay. Good. And notice also this. I navigate. What is it? I on navigate item selected and listening. Also inherits three more.
Yeah,
Okay. So that means if you inherit that navigation one, you're going to have to also take care of the other three because they come along and they have their own sets of data. So now if you do control dash, and control dash is your friend in C sharp, you should go send you back to where we came from. Okay. All
okay.
right. I went all around and now we can actually talk about override. Override means I have a method called onCreate on app compact activity.
Mhm.
Okay. And I'm overriding it. I'm going to whatever is there. I'm putting there's another onCreate there. And I'm going to put mine on top of it, or mine on
Okay.
top of it. Okay. But notice that the first line, like line 21,
Mhm.
he's actually calling base.onCreate and sending it in. So what he's saying there is I'm still using the one that compact activity has. He's sending it back to it, and then he comes back and then he adds his own stuff on top of it.
I see. Okay.
Okay. All right. So this onCreate, what do you this onCreate is a actual event.
Hmm.
Whatever you have a method that is called on something, it means this
Yeah.
is an event that happens automatically when something happens. So what it's
Okay.
saying is basically when main activity is created or create, when it's doing the creation, is gonna call that method.
I see.
So you intercepting that on create. Think of it as how can I? Oh, okay. Kind of. Let's use a real world example. Let's say that you created a class that is for a building, okay? And on that building class, you have an event that is open door, okay? Now, Axiom is going to inherit that building, so it's going to be the Axiom building now. What you can do is
Yeah.
override that on open door, and then you can
Okay.
say ring bell. So that means
Okay.
whenever on open door is executed, that means whenever a building the door is open, it's going to ring a bell.
Okay.
And
That
maybe
makes
that was
sense.
a simple that I'm trying, yeah. Okay, but what I'm going through all of this is a piece of the application that you really don't care about.
Yeah.
Why? Because this is done for you, right?
Hmm.
Xamarin, when you created the Xamarin project, it did all of this for you.
Sweet.
But it's sweet and not so sweet at the same time. It's sweet
Hmm.
because you can start developing a Xamarin app. It's not so sweet because you really don't understand what you're doing,
Right.
right? You could start modifying that hello world screen and not know any of this.
Yeah.
And it's fine as long as you don't have a problem.
Yeah.
Then when you have a problem, then it's like, okay, what is going on? So my main thing is, if you can understand the flow of the app, that's what a programmer does. As a developer, you need to understand how does my app flow? Where does it start? How does it get here? So I
Okay.
can intercept things on the way there so I can do magic. Does it make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So so if we start just looking at the code, right? It seems like the line 22 is initializing some stuff, is initializing something on the platform, then it's setting the content, and that's when the screen is getting built. So that's when is
Mhm.
setting the layout for it. Then look at right underneath. It says I'm creating the toolbar, and notice that it says that resource.id.toolbar. Then he adds the toolbar to the system. Uh,
Okay.
then you can see later is doing some sort of floating button actions. Okay, notice line 28.
28.
Okay, do you know what that plus equals is?
Well, I mean, it's adding something, right?
Mm, Well, yes, but that's kind of that's a given, right? It's a plus. But
Yeah.
look at what it says. What does it say there?
Well, it's the okay floating
Line,
action
yeah,
button. When you click the floating action button, well, why would it be? That's a method, right?
yeah. Okay, so that's what hover over click,
Click,
the first click.
click.
Okay, notice that this, well, actually, before you hover over that, hover over find view by ID, line 24.
Okay.
Okay, that one. That
24.
one, that one's fine. Notice the little square or a cube next to
Yeah.
the, okay. A cube, you eventually will get all these symbols, but a cube means this is a method. Okay, now
Okay.
hover over click again.
Okay.
That has a lightning, doesn't it?
Yeah, that means an event, right?
Yes. So what you're doing there, you're subscribing to that event. What you're doing
Sweet.
is if the event of clicking happens, I want you to execute this method.
Okay.
Okay? But
So
notice, but notice if you hover over fab on click,
yeah.
notice that it's actually receiving two arguments.
Okay.
Okay? No, I mean notice the signature of this thing, right? It says void, and then it has object sender, and then event args.
Yeah.
Okay? A method has to be that format for that click to work, for you to be able to subscribe to it. If you don't have that format, it doesn't work.
Okay.
Okay?
So how does it already have that format
Yeah, so click on that fab on click.
right here?
Yeah, I think you can click there. Yeah, okay. So that's fab on click. So notice the sender is an object, and then event args is what we really care about. So if you hover over event args, the small version of it, okay, and click on it. I don't think it's getting used down there, isn't? No, it isn't. Um, but notice what it's doing. So if somebody clicked on this, setting the view to the sender. So it's assuming that the sender that sent you this is a view. And then it goes in and it says snack bar, then it says make, replace with your own action. Okay, this is an example.
I see.
Okay. Um, I on click on listener, no show. Set action make. Okay, so it's basically saying I'm going to execute an action, but it's telling you that you need to put your own action there.
I
Interesting.
see.
I don't know what a snack bar is. It's a snack bar. What is that? Yeah, it's a Android term. So if you click on it and go, yeah, click there. Let's see what snack bar is. Do you see on line 19 there is a little expansion or plus
Yeah.
plus? Yeah, click on that. And that's it. Oh, great. I'm gonna have to look it up, and am I not? That's the thing on when I don't do research before our classes. Give me a second. Where is my Chrome? Chrome, come back. Oh, you're here. Okay, so if we look for Xamarin, what is snack bar? There it is. With snack bar, oh, okay. Snack bar is a term for toast. Do you know what a toast is?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Have you ever been on a phone application and then you tap on something and a message appears in the middle of the screen and disappears?
Yeah.
That's a toast.
Okay.
So snack bar is a toast. It's just a Xamarin term because here's the thing: Xamarin is supposed to be a application that goes between iPhone and Android. So they needed
Okay.
terms that would apply to both. Because I bet in iOS it's called something else. It's not called a
I see.
toast. In Android it's called toast.
I see. So they have
Okay?
to make it something that
There
didn't
is a different
really
term
apply to
for all
either.
three. So now you need to memorize three terms, not just two.
Nice.
Yeah. So go back to also the control dash. And okay, so this is the same screen. So if you scroll up, you're gonna see the on create up here, right? Yeah. Okay. So that's basically how this thing is getting loaded. Now, as a developer, I want to figure out where do I put the code for activity main, right? Because you're loading
Yeah.
up the screen. That thing is a XML file that only gives you the layout for it. It doesn't tell you, when you tap, how do you put a button there? How does the button respond? So we need to figure out all of those. Scroll down a little bit. So let's see what else these things are called. So notice another override there on back pressed.
Yeah.
So I bet that's when you press the back button on your Android device.
Yeah.
Notice that also the next one is on create option menu, on option. So notice that all of those are overrides. Right?
Okay.
So this is all override, except for this fab on click, because that was used up there. So keep scrolling down.
Okay.
So navigation item selected. Okay, so that's when, oh, see, this is the nav camera, nav gallery, nav slideshow. So right now those buttons do nothing because you need to handle the actions here.
Okay.
This is terrifying. That means this whole thing is on the same screen? Is one huge, no, that can be it. On request permission result. Keep scrolling down.
That's it.
Okay. All right, so let's try to create a text field. Okay, so we need to create 3 screens, right? Or 4 screens.
Yeah.
No, actually 2. 3. One for delete, one for update and create, and one for view.
Right.
Because we're doing product. So let's open the Solution Explorer again.
I'm sorry.
No, sorry, I'm adjusting my sound. What do you call the thing that automatically doesn't allow you to hear outside? I want to hear outside.
I get
So yeah, okay, never mind. Yeah, open Solution Explorer. Let's look at this. Because the other thing that also that I like to do is like have my application well laid out. So it looks to me like all the resources is all XML files. Right, so if you go to drawable, I bet there's XML files in there. The first folder under resources.
Problem?
Yep, okay. Okay, open assets. What is inside assets? The assets folder. Okay, double click on that. That's a good reading right there. It's a text file. Any raw assets you want to be deployed in the application must be placed in this directory in the given build actions of Android asset. Oh, that will be deployed. So this is if you want to send files with it.
Okay.
The files will be deployed with your package with accessible deploys. Okay, we don't care about this right now. Oh, interesting. Okay, so expand it.
Oh, excuse me.
All right. So let's go to. So we have main activity. And we have content main. Oh, okay, so that's why that's main activity. Right click on the PL phone project, right way on top. Go add. Do REST API client.
I didn't know that was it.
No, never mind. Okay, that's what I thought. You wouldn't do that. That's unimplemented.
Okay.
Right click again and say add.
Oh.
I'll right click on PL. Yeah, say add. What is wrong with this? Oh, we are executing. Stop execution, please.
Oh.
It's like, what is wrong with this? Okay.
Even
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
now right click.
Oh, nope.
Say add. Okay, wait. New editor config. Web references connect service. Okay, just new item.
You got it?
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice. Okay. View broad receiver fragment. Wow. Okay. Scroll down a little bit. Yeah, keep scrolling. Why would it have? It doesn't matter. Scroll all the way up again. So all the Android stuff is on the beginning. Okay. Activity view. Broad receiver fragment adapter. Do view.
You?
Yep. And then say add. Action! That's okay. Where did you add? Is it on the main screen?
I'm sorry?
Scroll down, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Delete this. Right click delete. Yeah, scroll, yeah, right click again on PL phone. No, PL phone. Your own
Oh,
solution. Yeah. Say add. New item. They call themselves activity, right? It was main activity. The activity main. Do
yeah.
activity, but don't click OK yet. See that it says activity 1 on the bottom there,
Uh,
on the name on the bottom. Oh, that screen.
uh,
No, no, on the screen. Add a new item. All the way to the bottom. There's a name next to the add button.
oh, yeah.
There.
Okay,
Yes.
I see.
Yes. Change that activity 1 to say activity underscore oh, underscore. Um, we are doing product, right? So product. I would do all of it lowercase. Wait, is it lower? Ah, cancel this again. Sorry. Scroll down. How did they do it?
It's
Main
okay.
activity. Okay, so it's product activity.
Okay. Uh,
Actually, do yeah, do activity, but don't do product. Do a product list activity.
just one word, or should I do the underscores?
No, no underscores. Product list activity.
Okay.
Yep, and say click
Yeah.
add. Okay. Okay, so it has don't create. Oh, interesting. So that's how you're supposed to do. Okay, so everything that happens to that screen is controlled by here. Oh, okay. So that's how you assign events and everything. So this is the code behind.
Sweet.
Okay. Application here. That's wonderful. Thank you, Visual Studio. Um, wow. Okay, for right now, leave this here. Let's go to the main activity view. So scroll up a little bit on the visual. No, I want the actual screen.
Oh, I
Remember
see.
that? Yeah.
So
No,
on
no,
the
sorry.
emulator?
No, Solution Explorer. Scroll up a little
Okay.
bit. So see under layouts, you have activity main.
I see. Okay.
Was this guy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this one has the hello world. Okay. So right after hello world, so do some new lines there.
Uh,
Yes. Okay, another one. See on the left of your screen, you have like Server Explorer, Toolbox, Documents. Yep. Go to
oh yeah,
Toolbox.
toolbox.
Oh, nice.
This
Okay.
is that thing that people have been talking about that I've never been able to use.
Okay. All right. So let's do a medium text field. So if you drag that text medium,
Yeah.
and you need to cover over to the. Wait, where did you drop that?
I dropped
Okay.
that onto the thing.
Ah, okay. So that's how this thing works. But notice that he added the code there also.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, but that's a text. Yeah, delete this text. We don't want text view. We want a thing for you to type in. So take out text view. Yep. And do it again. Toolbox.
Toolbox.
And we want to do. Where is it? Oh, interesting. The text fields actually you can determine what type it is. Fascinating. Okay. Um, yeah, let's do. Well, we're doing. Let's see if there's something with a list here. Is there a list? List view. There it is. Click on that. Yeah. Hover. Drag it over.
Oh, I guess it already added it.
Yeah. There you go. Okay. So okay. Hmm. So I gave it a name in there. So let's change the list view to say product. Instead of, I don't say list view one, no, don't change that. We need line numbers. On search up there, see the search screen on Visual Studio itself, next to help.
I see.
Yes, type in line number, line space number. Give it a second. Wait, didn't find anything? Oh, did you press enter? No, don't press enter.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, just type line number and wait. See that it says text editor, third from the top. Third from the top. 1, 2, 3. That one. Yep. Click on it. Where does it say line numbers? See, there is a little square on line numbers.
Line number.
Towards the middle. Higher. There it is. Oh, lower.
This one?
Line number. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. Click again. Okay. Do okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, by the way, square means it's set on or off in other places. So when you did that, you apply to all of the file types in Visual Studio. Okay, now I can guide you through it. All right, yeah, line 20. See that it says list view 1?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, change that to list view product. No, list view, change the 1 to product. There we go. Okay. So what that ID is how the application knows the name of this thing. Okay. And I bet that plus ID, the @ plus ID, it names itself content underscore main. But instead of having to type in content underscore main, they do that shortcut. I'm guessing this. Okay. All right. So what we want is we already have a handle to this. So now we need to load it.
Okay.
How do we load this? Okay, so this is Xamarin loading list view. Look at that. There's a document. Okay. So it's a binding. Image item. What? No. Let me think about this. This thing is here. I think it's smart enough. Go to the CS file, the main content. I mean the main activity. Yep. Double click that. Scroll up a little bit. More. I want to on create. Okay. Because it references, yes, it does. Okay, so do this. Line 36, do a space, the enter afterwards. So we want to add line 37 to the system. Yeah, press enter. Enter again. Type in resource.id. It needs to be uppercase, the first letter. .id. List. Is list item. What did we call it? We call it list item, right? What was it called?
List product.
It was list view product.
List item product.
Let me think about this. How does it know to add those? Because remember there was another file that contained like a code. So this thing is not automatic. Do control comment out this line. Okay. Build this. Build the application. Control Shift P or just go to build and build. No, don't execute.
Okay, I see. Can I stop it from here?
Control C. Just press multiple times. Or sometimes it can be control pause.
Control pause?
Yeah.
What is that? F10?
Pause or break. There's a key that is called pause or break.
There we go.
There it is. Okay. Now just see on the menu, there's a build menu item.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to it, and then just say build solution. Control-Shift-B.
Okay.
Obvious, right?
Yeah. Okay. Whoa. Did not like that.
No, it did not. But it's complaining about old stuff. Why is... You don't have anything open. Why is it complaining about these? Double click on the first entry. Oh, it's just confused. Do Control-Shift-B again.
Okay.
And one more time, do Control-Shift-B. Why is this thing doing this? No idea. No, it still doesn't like that. Meta file. Oh, you have a file open.
Okay.
One of these things, do Windows on the top there. Window, sorry. No, on the top, on Visual Studio. There's a window menu.
Window.
Yeah. And go to... close all tabs.
Close.
No, close all tabs.
Where? I see.
Yeah. Okay. Now do Control-Shift-B. Now the application is running. Something is running. Oh, it's probably the emulator now. Oh, what do you have on those? Those Chrome tabs do not have the application running, right? It's just our talk.
Yeah, it's just an
Okay.
Do I need to restart the Docker, the
No,
Docker or anything?
no, you shouldn't. It's complaining about other systems, not yours. Okay, it doesn't matter. Go to the main activity again. Oh, double click on that guy. And then uncomment that line and see if the list item appeared. So if you erase the T and start typing again, there it is. Okay, so it requires compilation for it to show up. List view product.
List view product.
Yep. Double click. Yeah. So this is actually connecting. Okay, so when you add something to the XAML, not XAML, but XML file, right? We added a new field, but the new field doesn't automatically show up here. You have to compile for it to show up.
Okay.
Now you can manipulate it. So if you do dot again, let's see. There should be. Keep scrolling down this list methods. What do we have? Oh, that's wonderful. It doesn't tell us anything. Oh. Okay, this is horrible, but that's the way you do it. Instead of the dot, take the dot out. Do space. And say S, AS. No, AS, as in, I want this thing to be as a car.
Okay,
Yes.
as.
Yes. And say list view.
Is it capital?
Actually, I'm sorry. Hover over list view product. Yeah, see, it's looking at the ID. Oh, okay, I know what's going on. Okay, this thing is returning you the ID of that thing. It's not returning you the thing. We need to get the thing.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Have you ever done any development in Android?
0.
Okay. See line 30?
Yes.
Okay. See that find view by ID?
Okay.
Okay. So that's what that thing does. It finds items that are on that screen, and you give an ID, and then it finds that item.
Okay.
Okay? It's weird, but that's how you access things in the screen. You have an ID.
Same thing.
What? So you need to do the same thing there, but not. Yeah, you need to keep the list view product. You're gonna keep that.
Yeah.
So just type it to the left of it. Just say find view by ID. And then open the thing. Yeah. Do a space between resource and the thing that you just opened. Okay, and then go back one. Okay, now type in list view. Okay, that's okay. Close it. No, bring it back to say just say list view. And we don't want drop down list view. He's trying to help you, but we don't want its help. Okay, now do control dot on top of list view. Oh,
So that.
yeah, we want the first one using Android widgets. There we go. Okay, and then you want to do the open parens around the resource,
Okay.
just like it is on the top there for the fab.
Oh,
You can use the end key.
yeah.
Okay, semicolon. Okay, on the go back to the beginning of the line. See that the other one is doing this fab, whatever. We're going to just do var space list view product, and do equals. Okay, so what that's going to do is going to look for a list view product ID that matches that ID that you gave, and then it's going to return it, but it's going to return it by casting it as a list view, because that's what this thing is. Because the ID doesn't give you enough information on what this control is. It can be a button, it can be a text field, so you need to make sure that you're pulling the right one. Because if you pull the wrong one, something horrible is going to happen.
Yeah.
Well, something immediately is not going to happen. When you try to use it, something horrible is going to happen.
Okay. Now,
All right.
do I need to set this type to a list view, or will it just automatically happen?
Hover over var.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, var is just a shortcut. I don't understand what people are against var. I like it because then you don't have to repeat.
Yeah.
Because the thing on the right is telling you this is going to be a list view. Because it has the things, it has list view right in the middle there. Why do you need to repeat it,
Yeah.
make it twice? So, okay. So next line, and we're going to just type in list view product. And let's see what options do we have on that thing. The dot. Okay, that's what I was expecting. All right. So notice you have, see the lightning next to hover?
Yeah.
That means if you want an event to happen whenever you hover over that view, that thing, that's what is going to respond. Can you hover in Android?
No.
No, you can't, right? You just tap. So that's probably implementation for something else, like if you have a mouse, right? If you have a mouse, you can hover. If you're tapping, you can't. Look for items in this. Just I type in items.
Okay.
ITM. Okay. Take the S out. There is none. So what is this thing? How do you load? How do you load you? Do I have to bind you? Okay. See if there's bind instead of dot bind. Find view by ID. Nope. Okay, let's just scroll through this and see something that tells us that we can load it through it. So animation. No, too fast, too fast. Why? How many items are there?
Tons.
Oh my gosh.
Should I look for? Because I guess you can filter
Yeah.
the search.
Actually, there's ads. Add children for accessibility, add focus, add view. Is there add item? Keep scrolling down a little bit more. Add something. Add view, add touchables. Oh, this thing is, oh, because override. Oh, do this. Click away from this.
Okay.
Go to the definition of list view. Yep. So F12, or right click and say go to definition.
Okay. Go to definition.
Yeah.
No.
It takes a little bit. It's probably downloading. Okay. So see that this thing implements abs list view?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're looking for here is, oh, there it is, it's data. So that's the name of the field. So go back. Yeah, it's
Yep.
on line 40. Line 40
Line
says data.
40.
Okay, go back to main activity. Do dot data down there. No, it's not. Oh, go back to the definition. Was that field protected?
Control dash.
Control that. Control tab. Not alt tab. Control tab. There we go. Okay. Oh no, it's inside fixed view info. There's members, but see, it's private, so we can't use those. Like I'm looking at 186. Scroll down, please. Scroll more, more, more. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I don't care about any of these private statics. Keep going down. Oh. Yeah, see, just exploring this stuff, you can tell what you can do and what you can modify. Okay. Attributes, contest, get adapter. Okay, keep scrolling down. We don't care about any of the privates. Privates, we can't modify it. Oh, great. Publics are mixed into the privates. Ah, this is being a pain. Wait, give me a second. Android list view. Okay. Now, why don't you just give me load on demand, overview documentation? Oh, this is. You need to be careful when you're looking up this stuff because sometimes there is a third party. Oh, we only have 8 minutes left. There is third party tools, like Telerik is one of them. If you're looking for your solution, careful not to look into those because those are paid products, and you probably don't want to start with those. So you want to ignore those. You want to look at the default Android stuff. Yeah, go back to main activity. We can figure this out. Come on. Double click. Single click doesn't work. Okay. Go instead of data. Let's check. Delete that. Do dot add. Children, focus, footer. Keep scrolling down. Add view. On view added. Keep scrolling. Oh, wonderful padding. Cool. Okay, keep scrolling. No more. What? How do you load you? This should not be this difficult. Oh, I know. Hold. Binding. There it is. Data sources. Okay. Item source. Look for item source. What? This is what it says here. List view. Items source. Do items instead of item. What is item? Item click, long click. Get item on item. This is ridiculous. Is this list view data sources Xamarin user interface display list view? It's a list view item sources. Maybe it's because we are using the Android one, but this should be the Android one. Wait, binding cell. Where are you? Employees. Okay, this is not as simple as I thought. Okay, we are about to be done. Let's do this. Go back to that view. To the... Oh, sorry. No, this is ridiculous. I need to be able to do this. Data source list view. There it is. Components, groups, cells, functionality. Well, okay, I can do a bunch of tough stuff. Data sources, list appearance, cell appearance, performance, list view, add a list view, item sources. This is list, take that menu out. I don't want to see that menu, so I can see what is beneath it. It's list view, list view. Scroll up, please. Yeah, take out that, you see line 6, delete line 6 for me. Okay, go to list view and right click and say, well, control dot on list view. Maybe you are picking up the wrong one. No, there's just, that one is just going to type it there. No, it is Android. That's the only one. Yeah, just do the first one. The first one is correct. Android widgets list view. Android widget list view. Xamarin. Bind. What? Okay, there it is. No. Oh, this is horrible. No, do not tell me this is how you do this. I want to have like a list of items that you can tap. It should not be this difficult. Am I wrong? Populating list view with data. Okay, items. Array adapter. List adapter. This. Home screen. Android resource layout. Simple list items. Oh, this is horrible. Okay, but I guess that's the way you do it. Okay, here. Wait, how much time do I have? 2 minutes. How do I send you text? Right, oh there. Here. Put that into code. Right above this, the thing that we've been typing.
The entire thing?
Yep. Copy that. And then put it right above it. Okay. Okay. So here's what we want to do. On that, on the adapter, click on it and no, actually, what is list adapter? This code is incomplete. Oops. Oh, list adapter is a it's a class. You need to control dot on it. Yeah, the first one. Okay. So on that items, so change that simple list 1 to be our stuff. So it needs to be resource ID. Sorry, yeah, you need to replace Android resource layout simple with resource ID view list product. Yes, that whole thing.
And it looks like the call's about to end.
Yeah, it's about to end. So okay, so on items, those are the items that you want to add it in there. So for right now, just play with it. It's just like create a list and send the list in.
Gotcha.
All right, and then don't forget to commit and push. Oh. And we're done.